Hi there, and welcome to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. Thank you for joining us today. I'm your host, Jeremy Krug, and we're on the campus of West Kentucky Community and Technical College in Paducah with two teams who've made it to the semifinals of the 2024 Academic Bowl. They'll be playing a game of quick recall where two teams from across the region will compete to win up to $5,500 in scholarship cash. On today's show, we have Fulton County taking on Paducah Tilghman High School. Let's meet our contestants. We'll start with Fulton County. First, we have Amarise Esters, who likes painting and sketching. Next, we have Miley Sims, who's into creative writing. Next, we have the captain, Jackson Major, who plays football. And lastly, playing for Fulton County, we have Josiah Waltman, who plays the guitar. The Fulton County team is coached by Shannon Barnes. On the opposing team, we have Paducah Tilghman. Playing for Tilghman, we have Henry Stratmeyer, who likes to sing. Next, we have Ben Coltharp, who's into cycling. Next, we have the captain, Elena Adkins, who likes to read. And finally, we have Jacob Julian, who plays the French horn. And Paducah Tilghman's team is coached by Ross Kelly. We're going to play the first half. I'm going to ask 30 questions, and when you answer a toss-up question correctly, you'll earn the right to a bonus question. Let's start with the first toss-up. This current mixes with northern polar water to create good fishing areas. It joins with prevailing westerly winds to produce a mild climate in northwestern Europe. Name this current that is the northeastward extension of the Gulf Stream.
Time.
That's time. The answer is the North Atlantic Current. Toss up 2. This Greek goddess, the daughter of Pallas and Styx, wore a billowing robe and carried a wreath and staff. The counterpart of Victoria, she was a companion of Athena and a subject of the sculpture found on Samothrace. Give the name of the Greek goddess of victory.
Fulton Jackson.
Nike.
It is Nike. Here's your bonus 3. This landmass has both the lowest and highest points on the surface of the Earth. It stretches from the Arctic Ocean to the Indian Ocean. Name this continent that occupies the eastern 80% of Eurasia.
Asia.
It is Asia. Point for Fulton County. Toss up 4. This mathematical construct is used to represent ratios as whole numbers. Ratios are converted to this by multiplying by 100 and adding the namesake symbol. What do we call numbers?
Paducah Ben.
Decimal.
It was over here.
Paducah Ben.
Decimal.
That is incorrect. I'll continue. What do we call numbers that are often used to express discounts?
Fulton Jackson.
Percentage.
It is percentage. Here's your bonus, 5 going to Fulton. In a sense, this history play is a sequel to the 3 Henry VI installments. It gave the world the lines, "Now is the winter of our discontent," and "A horse, my kingdom for a horse." Named this Shakespearean play about a humpbacked English monarch.
No answer.
Incorrect. Tilghman?
King Lear.
No, it is Richard III. Toss up 6. In 1954, this man danced alongside Alvin Ailey in House of Flowers on Broadway. He danced the first interracial duet in an American ballet after becoming the first African-American permanent member of a major U.S. ballet company, who co-founded with Karel Schuck the Dance Theater of Harlem.
Fulton Amarise.
Glover.
Incorrect. Tilghman, would you like to buzz?
Time.
Time. The answer is Arthur Mitchell. Toss up 7. This polygon has 54 distinct diagonals, and the regular form of this polynomial has interior angles that measure 150 degrees. What is the name for any polygon with 12 sides?
Paducah Henry.
Dodecagon.
It is dodecagon. You get bonus 8. This scale logarithmically expresses the concentration of hydroxide ions in a solution. On this scale, low values are basic and high values are acidic. Identify this opposite of pH, which essentially quantifies the basicity of a substance.
POH.
That is correct. It is POH. Toss up 9. Ironically, this device's invention was inspired by Enlightenment ideals regarding human rights. The first political execution with this device occurred on August 20.
Paducah Ben.
Guillotine.
That is correct. It was the guillotine. Here's your bonus 10. This author set Orlosa in Peru and the broker of Bogota in Colombia. Spanish conquistadors in Mexico populate his novels Calavar and The Infidel. Identify this 19th century novelist of Nick of the Woods and dramatist of The Gladiator.
No answer.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
No answer.
The answer is Robert Byrd. Toss-up 11. These include the following regular polyhedra: the tetrahedron, cube, octahedron, a dodecahedron, and an icosahedron. This group of solids is named after a classical Greek philosopher who wrote about these solids in his writings. What is the name for this group of solids with congruent regular polygonal faces with the same number of faces?
Henry.
Platonic solid.
That is correct. Paducah Tilghman, here's your bonus 12. This condition, which is related to vitiligo, eliminates the possibility of protective coloration. It also leaves affected organisms more susceptible to ultraviolet rays and therefore to sunburn and skin cancer. Name this condition, which causes a lack of the pigment melanin in the feathers, scales, eyes, hair, or skin.
Albinism.
That is correct. Toss-up 13. This founder of the Leipzig Conservatory revived Johann Sebastian Bach's popularity in the Romantic era. A favorite of Queen Victoria, his numerous trips to Britain produced the Hebrides and Scottish Symphony. Identify this composer whose overture for A Midsummer Night's Dream includes the Wedding March.
Fulton and Maurice.
Vivaldi.
Incorrect. Tilghman, would you like to buzz?
Time.
And it's time. The answer is Felix Mendelssohn. Toss up 14. This Kentuckian tried repeatedly to become president without success. He was.
Paducah, Elena.
Henry Clay.
It was Henry Clay. Here's bonus 15. This legendary character's birth name is Robert of Locksley. In a Howard Pyle adventure novel, he considers Will Stutely, Will Scarlet, Little John, and Friar Tuck as members of his band of merry men. Who is this outlaw who steals from the rich to give to the poor?
Robin Hood.
That is correct. Point for Tilghman. Here's toss-up 16. Symbols of this man's philosophy include the 8 trigrams, a zigzag with 7 stars to represent the Big Dipper, and yin and yang. He called compassion, moderation, and humility the 3 jewels, and taught the strength of softness and wu-wei, taking no unnatural action. Who is this purported founder of Taoism?
Paducah, Henry.
Sun Tzu.
Incorrect. Fulton, would you like to buzz?
Fulton Jackson.
Confucius.
No, the answer is Lao Tzu. Toss-up 17. A rectangular prism has dimensions of 3 feet by 5 feet by 9 feet. Find the surface area in square feet of the prism.
Time.
That's time. The answer is 174 square feet. Toss-up 18. It is governed by interplay of the strong nuclear force and the electromagnetic force, and is the most common form of cluster decay. One example of this form of decay transforms plutonium-239 into uranium-235. Name this form of radioactive decay, which results in the emission.
Paducah, Jacob.
Alpha.
That is correct. It is alpha. Tilghman, here's bonus 19. Though President William McKinley wished to resolve the issues that led to this conflict peacefully, the era's yellow journalism incensed the public and pushed the United States into war. What conflict between the United States and a European nation led to the United States controlling Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines? Excuse me.
Spanish-American War.
That is correct. Toss-up 20. This detective novel is set in the title English seaside resort town. Ida Arnold tracks down Pinky, a teenage gang leader who murdered journalist Charles Hale. What is this Graham Greene work?
Time.
That's time. The answer is Brighton Rock. Toss-up 21. The graph of y equals the absolute value of x is translated up 5 units. What is the equation for the translated graph?
Fulton and Maurice.
Absolute value of x plus 5.
Judge?
Correct.
That is correct. Here's your bonus, 22, going to Fulton County. This astronomer mistakenly believed that planets moved in small circular orbits that traveled along larger orbits. He did, however, correctly state that Earth rotated on an axis. Name this astronomer who revolutionized science by putting forward the heliocentric theory.
Socrates.
Incorrect. Tilghman.
Copernicus.
It is Copernicus. Toss-up 23. This folk dance was traditionally accompanied by the calabash, and its performers wore wristlets and anklets made of whale teeth as they chanted a 2 or 3 note scale. Although it developed to praise chiefs and honor the gods, modern examples use flowing movements to tell a story. Give the name of Hawaii's state dance.
Fulton, Jackson.
Hula.
It is Hula. That's correct. Fulton County, you get bonus 24. This historical figure likely delivered his most famous sermon on a peak near the Sea of Galilee. In that speech, he includes analogies of salt, light, and a lamp under a bushel, as well as the parable of the wise and foolish builders. Name this central figure of a Western religion whose Sermon on the Mount is recorded in the book of Matthew.
Jesus Christ.
That is correct. Toss up 25. This island became a part of New Amsterdam in 1653. It is said to have been purchased from the Indians by Peter Minuit of the New Netherland province for a trivial sum. Name this island that is today part of a New York City borough of the same name.
Paducah Bend.
Staten Island.
Incorrect. Fulton County, would you like to buzz?
Fulton and Maurice.
Coney Island.
No, the answer is Manhattan. Manhattan Island. Toss up 26. With a name meaning Lord of the People, this deity rides a bandicoot rat. The remover of obstacles, he is the son of Parvati, and in some myths, Shiva. Give the name of this elephant-headed Hindu god of beginnings.
Paducah Bend.
Ganesh.
That is correct. Here's your bonus 27, going to Tilghman. Segments AB and CD are chords within circle O that intersect at point E. If the lengths of segments AE, BE, and CE are 8 units, 18 units, and 9 units respectively, find the length in units of segment DE.
No answer.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
I take some that recent.
No answer.
The answer is 16 units. Toss up 28. Molecules with this functional group form a characteristic silver mirror when placed in Tollen's reagent. The simplest of these molecules is used as embalming fluid for preserving bodies. What are these carbonyls that are contrasted with ketones?
Time.
It's time. The answer is aldehydes. Toss up 29. This project will have been continuously inhabited for 22 years on November 2nd, 2022. Agencies from the US, Japan, Russia, Europe, and Canada participate in this project.
Fulton, Jackson.
The International Space Station.
That is correct. Fulton County, you get bonus 30. This author of Blood Pact and Other Stories was born to a wealthy Italian immigrant family. International audiences praised his allegorical novels The Truce and One Angel's Birthday, who used Joyce's Dubliners as the inspiration for his story collection Montevideans.
No answer.
Incorrect. Tillman.
No answer.
The answer is Mario Benedetti. And we're at the end of the first half, and we'll check our score. It looks like Paducah Tilghman is off to an early lead here. The score is 11-7. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back to play the second half. Don't go away. Welcome back to West Kentucky Academic Bowl. We're right in the middle of a semifinal match where Paducah Tilghman is leading Fulton County High School by a score of 11-7. We're going to go ahead and start the second half. We'll play 30 more questions and we'll see who wins the match. Let's get started with toss-up 1. This is 1/2 the distance that the bob of a pendulum traverses in moving from one side to the other. When this feature of a wave steadily decreases because its energy is being lost, it is said to be damped. What is this feature of a sound wave that determines its intensity?
Paducah, Jacob.
Amplitude.
That is correct. Bonus 2 goes to Tilghman. This North American Indian group was spread out over much of southeastern California and parts of Nevada, Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. A distinct branch that split off after obtaining horses and moving into Texas were the Comanche Indians. Name this group whose best known representative was the Indian guide Sacagawea.
Apache.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
Shoshone.
That is correct. For the steal. Toss up 3. This painting, which may be a comment on the Great Depression, is almost a literal translation of 7th Avenue, according to its artist. It shows a row of small businesses, including a barber shop, whose windows are all darkened because of the hour. Name this Edward Hopper painting.
Paducah Bend.
Nighthawks.
Incorrect. I'll continue. Name this Edward Hopper painting whose title refers to a specific time of a specific day of the week. Time. The answer is early Sunday morning. Let's continue with toss-up 4. This novelist of Dinner at the Homesick Restaurant published French Braid in 2022. In 1988, an Oscar-winning adaptation of her comic novel The Accidental Tourist premiered. Give the name of this author who won a Pulitzer Prize for breathing lessons. That's time. The answer is Ann Tyler. Toss up 5. 3 players are needed to refill the baseball team's water cooler. If there are 18 players on the team, how many different 3-player groups can be formed?
Fulton, A. Maurice.
6.
Incorrect. Tilghman, would you like to buzz?
Time.
That's time. The answer is 816. Toss up 6. This location in Norse mythology is comparable to Greek mythology's Mount Olympus. Bifrost.
Paducah, Henry.
Asgard.
That is correct. It is Asgard. Here's bonus 7 going to Tilghman. Multiple answers required. An ellipse is defined by the equation x squared divided by 8 plus the quantity y minus 6, closed quantity, squared, divided by 49 equals 1. Giving your answer as ordered pairs, find the vertices of this ellipse.
No answer.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
7 and 1.
No, the answer is 0, -1 and 0, 13. Moving on to toss-up 8. For a given real gas, this quantity is an effective partial pressure, which must be taken into account because of attractive interactions among gas molecules. It is equal to the pressure of an ideal gas with the same molar Gibbs free energy and temperature as the given real gas. What is this quantity equal to 1 for an ideal gas, which is symbolized F and is related to a namesake coefficient symbolized phi?
Time.
The answer is fugacity. Toss up 9. 3-word answer. This landmass was used by early people to enter North America from Asia.
Paducah, Jacob.
Bering Land Bridge.
That is correct. Tilghman, here's bonus 10. This author's trips to Africa inspired Fruits of the Earth and Travels in the Congo. His love for his cousin Madeline gave rise to the novel Straight is the Gate, which Nobel Prize winner wrote The Counterfeiters and The Immoralist.
No answer.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
No answer.
The answer is André Gide. Toss up 11. This flow of electricity goes from 0 to its maximum, then decreases back to 0 before reversing and repeating the process in the opposite direction. It is the kind of electrical current that powers the appliances in most homes.
Fulton, Jackson.
Alternating current.
That is correct. It is alternating. Here's bonus 12. This musical form developed during the classical era, but grew in length and complexity during the Romantic. Its multiple movements are played by an orchestra, as in Mahler's Resurrection and Schubert's Great C Major. Give the name of this form, of which Haydn was the father.
Opera.
Incorrect. Tilghman.
Symphony.
It is symphony. Toss up 13. This name was given to Winfield Scott's plan to encircle the Confederacy with blockades. It included a
Fulton, Jackson.
The Anaconda Plan.
That is correct. And a compliment for the point, and here's your bonus, Fulton. This punctuation mark can connect 2 complete sentences, but only if the second sentence states a logical consequence of the first sentence's statement. More commonly, it introduces an item or a series of items. Name this punctuation, which follows a business letter's salutation.
Semicolon.
Incorrect. Tilghman.
Comma.
No, it is a colon. A colon. Toss up 15. This type of statistical graph is used to look at data in terms of quartiles. The middle piece of the graph extends.
Paducah, Ben.
Box and whisker plot.
That is correct. Here's your bonus, 16 to Tilghman. This artist borrowed Le Corbusier's pipe motif for his 1929 painting The Treachery of Images. Critics consider The Son of Man and other works featuring bowler-hatted men to be his self-portraits. Named the surrealist artist of a train exiting a chimney in Time Transfixed.
Dolly.
Incorrect. Fulton.
No answer.
The answer is Rene Magritte. Toss up 17. 2 people are randomly selected from a population in which the probability of having a birthday on a certain day of the week is uniformly distributed. As a fraction, find the probability that at least one of the selected people has a birthday on a Saturday or Sunday.
Time.
That's time. The answer is 24/49. Toss up 18. Materials of this type are made up of subcomponents with different indices of refraction. They do not necessarily obey Snell's law and can be thought of as an intermediate between opaque and transparent materials. Give this.
Paducah, Elena.
Translucent.
That is correct. It is translucent. Bonus 19 goes to Tilghman. Multiple answers required. One of these men, a Catholic priest, lends his name to a Wisconsin university. The other is the namesake of the 3rd largest city in Illinois. In 1673, they began their voyage in Michigan and made it as far south as the Arkansas River. Name these men whose expedition for the French was the first European exploration of the upper Mississippi.
No answer.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
Jean-Pierre.
No, the answer is Marquette and Joliet. Toss-up 20. This drama takes its title from Revelation 22, verse 5. Nobel-winning scientist Dr. Carlo Valkonen joins the medical corps, and his son Eric joins the army when the Soviet Union invades Finland in 1939. What is this Pulitzer Prize-winning play by Robert E. Sherwood?
Fulton Jackson.
The Four Horsemen.
Incorrect. Tilghman, would you like to buzz?
Time.
That's time. The answer is there shall be no night. Toss up 21. This element can spontaneously catch fire on water with a light purple or violet flame.
Fulton Jackson.
Sodium.
Incorrect. I'll continue. It is essential for plant growth. Name this element that is a significant part of fertilizers.
Paducah Ben.
Nitrogen.
No, the answer is potassium. Toss up 22. This method of painting without paint requires a tesserae, many of which are beveled to allow smooth entry into a plaster bed. Historically, those tesserae have been made of stone, glass, shell, enamel, and even terracotta. What is this art form in which
Paducah Henry.
Mosaic.
it is a mosaic? Tilghman, you get bonus 23. This mountainous region of northeastern United States is mostly included within a New York State park. Name the region that extends from the St. Lawrence River Valley and Lake Champlain to the Mohawk River Valley.
No answer.
Incorrect. Fulton County.
The Catskills.
No, it's Adirondack Mountains. Toss up 24. This poem's speaker orders an unnamed person to call the roller of big cigars and let the boys bring flowers in last month's newspapers. Its title may be an obscure reference.
Paducah Henry.
King of Ice Cream.
Incorrect. I'll continue. Its title may be an obscure reference to a line Hamlet utters to Claudius in a Shakespearean tragedy. What is this Wallace Stevens poem whose title names a type of ruler and a popular dessert?
Fulton Jackson.
The King of Sorbet.
No, the answer is the Emperor of Ice Cream. You almost had it there. Toss up 25. This set of numbers can be expressed as p divided by q, where p and q are integers and q does not equal 0. What is the term for all numbers that can be written as a quotient of integers?
Fulton A. Maurice.
Rational?
That is correct. It is rational. Fulton County, here's bonus 26. It's not Aeschylus, but this man was the first recorded stager of a tragedy at the city of Dionysia. Supposedly, he introduced the prologue and internal speeches to tragedy, which had previously been entirely choral. Who was Greek tragedy's supposed original actor?
Asclepius.
Incorrect. Tilghman.
Sophocles.
Oh, the answer is Thespis. Toss up 27. The heights of a certain subgroup of female athletes in inches is normally distributed. Suppose the first quartile for this statistic is 56 inches, and the third quartile for this statistic is 64 inches. Using the interquartile range rule, find the largest integer data point in inches that would not be considered an outlier for the heights of this subgroup.
Paducah Ben.
72.
Incorrect. Fulton County, would you like to buzz?
Fulton A. Maurice.
68.
No, the answer is 76 inches. Toss up 28. These devices are typically made of a continuous coat of conductive material and are often found surrounding medical imaging equipment such as EEG devices. They're used to protect sensitive equipment from interference by external sources. What are these enclosures that block electromagnetic fields?
Time.
That's time. The answer is a Faraday cage. Toss up 29. This president never married, so his niece Harriet Lane served as First Lady during his term. This man and his running mate, Kentuckian John C. Breckinridge, carried nearly every slave state with their pro-states' rights platform in the 1856 presidential election. Who was this bachelor president who served immediately leading up to the Civil War?
Fulton Malik.
Buchanan.
That is correct. And here's bonus 30. This older brother of a photographer Diane Arbus was the U.S. Poet Laureate from 1988 to 90. He won a National Book Award and Pulitzer Prize for his collected poems and also published Inside the Onion and The Salt Garden. Who wrote The Town Dump and The Goosefish?
No answer.
Incorrect. Tilghman.
Anderson.
No, the answer is Howard Nemeroff. Well, we're at the end of the second half. Let's check the score. It looks like Paducah Tilghman has defeated Fulton County by a score of 18-12. So good job to both teams for a very nice job there on the match today. Tilghman, you have just won $2,500 in scholarship cash, so congratulations. You've also just advanced to the final round of West Kentucky Academic Bowl, where you'll get a chance to raise your cash value to $5,500. So congratulations, and to Fulton County, congratulations for making it this far. You're going to win $1,000 in scholarship cash as well. And to everybody at home, thank you for watching, and we'll see all of you next time on West Kentucky Academic Bowl.